Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so we're in the practice of slowing down, going into that heart space, bringing our focus and our attention inward. And then as we exhale with our breath, we relax. And in that space, we become neutral, and it opens up to information that's just on the peripheral, that's waiting for us to receive, that's going to just help us make better decisions, inform us a little bit better about things going on around us, cause us to pay closer attention to things that are needed. So this is why we do this practice. You can do it anytime, anywhere, under any conditions. So that's once you get into that practice and your focus becomes that intense, you literally can block out everything going on. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and go into that heart space. Do the clearing breath. It's so funny. I can always feel the anticipation. And kind of like, if you notice it for yourself, it might feel like a buildup of energy in your chest, or almost like you can't catch your breath. It's the anticipation or the excitement. And don't make it mean anything. Just notice it. And then just exhale and let it go. For some of you, it's excitement. For some of you, it's nerves, right? But it's in the space. And so we just have an awareness around it and just let it go. And then sometimes, for me, it makes me yawn. Again, we're just moving energy. So let's go ahead and bring that focus into the heart, and then drop all the way down into the center of the earth. A lot of times I like to use an anchor just because it helps me to draw a line. And the reason we do that, the reason we use the imagination is because it allows us to practice the clairvoyance. It strengthens the clairvoyance. And for those of you that don't see anything, just telling yourself, okay, there's an anchor there going down, eventually that's going to strengthen that connection, that psychic connection. And you'll start to glimpses. You'll start to see color. You'll start to see memories or other things start to surface that will work that muscle. So everything we do, there's a reason that we do it. I share it all in my course, the Get Dialed In course, that should be launching again here in the next couple of weeks. So if you haven't heard about it, don't know about it, go to my website, peggyrometo.com, and just sign up for it. And so when the information comes out, you'll be on the mailing list. Okay, guys, let's go back to what we were doing. No focus here, right? So let's bring the focus back in. Exhale. And then take those 3 long breaths, and we'll see what's up for us this week. Okay, so interesting. So right away what comes up is this is an important week for you, for myself, for us as individuals, to take care of ourselves individually and to not allow other people's wants, desires, nonsense, whatever, neediness to knock us off balance or to take away from where we're going, what's important to us, what direction we need to go in. Now, it's easier said than done when you're caring for little ones, or you're caring for an aging partner or an aging parent, right? We don't always have that luxury, or we've got a demanding job to be able to do what we want to do. So we have to use small moments in time where we stop, whether it's 5 minutes an hour or 15 minutes in a day, whatever, but we just make sure that you carve out time for yourself this week to stop and then really set your intention or set your focus on what it is that you want to accomplish for the week and some of the things that you want to get done, because there's some opportunity here, momentum for ourselves, for our business, for our personal life, for whatever it is that we're trying to move forward in life. There's an opening here right now. So we want to use this opening to our advantage. And if everybody else's agenda, becomes more important than our agenda, then we're doing a disservice to not only ourselves, but to them. Because once you learn to push back and say, I can't help with that today, or I need 3 hours, or next week is better for me, or I just can't do it, period. Whatever it is, whatever the language is, whatever your constraint is, it's important that we start to speak up and we start to redirect the people in our lives. So we put them on notice that you can't participate anymore, or when you can, it's done in a certain way. And by doing that, we're honoring ourselves and we're honoring our creation, what it is we're trying to create, what it is we're trying to implement in the world, because we all have gifts and we're all meant to share these gifts and we're meant to be proactive with them. And right now there's this really big energy of open doors for us that we haven't seen in a long time, that's going to elevate whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in the world. Right now, alongside that, you may have, they're just showing me, it's like the woodpecker knocking on the door. Let me in, let me in, let me in, right? Or pecking away at you, at your nerves. So I was just seeing this need for us to be calm and at the same time have boundaries. And it's a little bit like whether it's your boss or whether it's your partner, or whether it's your best friend, whether it's a kid, what an employee, whatever it is, it's a little bit like a child throwing a tantrum, right? That one minute they're really nice, and then the next minute they're screaming at you, and then the next minute they're crying. And it's like, so some of you may come up against circumstances this week where somebody just won't give up, and they're kind of spinning out of control or around you. And we just need to be the sun. We just need to be happy and calm and warm and have boundaries, right? Just know our boundaries. No, nope, can't talk to you right now. And reassuring them that they can handle it. Reassuring them that they'll be able to take care of themselves. They'll be able to do whatever they need to do. That the answers will come for them. If they get quiet, do what I do. Get quiet, right? You can say you can say this to them. If you do this, you can say, do what I do. I get quiet and I let the answers come in, or I state my question and then I let it go and I go do something else, and then pretty soon the answer just appears, right? Give them some tools and send them away. And it's just a way for us to be able to value ourselves, value our time, have patience, and redirect other people in our life that aren't moving. Because what happens is if you become the person who's rescuing everybody, right? You run out of gas, right? And you don't get to take care of yourself. And more importantly, your creativity, your life expression now is consumed by everybody else's expression. And you get lost in some place in there, right? And so this is an opportunity this week in particular for us to rediscover what excites us. What do we want? What makes me feel good? What project is there waiting for me? What is the passion that I have that I want to bring forward right now? So this is an opportunity for us to get back involved with our passion projects and not to let other people take the momentum away from us, right? Or infringe. Now, there's always the time when an emergency comes up, right? You can't help those things. But I'm talking about as a general rule. This is about observing how much we let our day get away from us. How much time do we spend just in busy work doing nothing, or rescuing somebody, right? Or being rescued instead of stopping and going, I can handle this. I don't need to call them. I know what to do, right? If you're on the receiving end of this, you might be the one that goes, I'm not sure. No, at the end of the day, if you just let go and just take a step and just say, I'm going to choose one, even if it's flipping a coin, and then I'm going to do it, and then I'll see the outcome, right? Like, just take a step forward and don't worry about it, right? It's being in action this week that's really important, and letting go of the fear around doing the wrong thing. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So right away, what's coming up is having patience with ourselves, not being upset that maybe we missed an opportunity, or why'd we wait so long, or whatever the conversation is, where you may be seeing where it could have been differently or should have been differently, right, in your mind. So just have patience with yourself. Let go of any of that conversation. It doesn't support us. And really just Be methodical with yourself, create an action plan, and then stick to the plan. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So for some of you, popularity really increases. There's a lot of social opportunity this week to go, to do things, to have fun. So for some of you, a lot of your popularity gets bigger. You may run into people you haven't seen for a while. There may be just an opportunity to go someplace where you haven't been before, or to reconnect with old friends. But they're just showing me it's being a social week as well. And burning the candle at both ends. So busy at work, busy with the social life, and having fun. So don't deny yourself the opportunity to go out and enjoy yourself, but just stay in your core. What feels good to me? Yes, I want to go, but I don't want to stay until 4 a.m. I want to leave at midnight, right? Or whatever the boundary is for you to have, so that you can feel good about what you're doing and you don't get out of balance here. So again, this is an opportunity for us to kind of like be in our bubble, know what that is. And then kind of once we have a sense of what it is, we can like pop the bubble, right? And just blend in everywhere because we've got good boundaries. So it's really about creating your life the way that you want to live it, and being able to speak up and manage it with other people without getting sucked into other people's stories or dramas, or you being the needy person, taking from other people. And recognize that about yourself, and you don't want to be that anymore. You want to give people some space and give yourself some space by self-soothing, just taking care of yourself, whatever that, reaching out for the support that you need, whether it's online or with a person to talk to. But it's all about self-nurturing this week, right? So self-nurturing. Okay, let's see if there's any surprises in store for us this week. Yeah, it feels like somebody may surprise you with just whether it's an acknowledgement or surprise flowers or gifts or for no reason. But I do feel like there's people that are just wanting to acknowledge you, just for who you are or what you've done for them. So it does feel like there's this sweetness that a lot of you will experience this week, or that you may be the one who's bearing gifts and wanting to acknowledge somebody else. But there is this reciprocation of wanting to share love and give love and open doors for people. So it is a really sweet energy. There are some people who are suffering, there are always people suffering, right? But in this week, that suffering for some people can be erratic, right? And it can also mean that secrets can get revealed. Stuff can come out, right? And it can come out sometimes in a way that hurts somebody, like intentionally sharing a secret to hurt somebody. Like these are some things that you might experience or other people around you might experience. This is one of those kind of openings. What there is to do, I can feel a lot of you like, oh, all of a sudden everybody's energy just shrank, right? Listen, life is life. We all make mistakes, whether it's your secret being told or somebody else telling your secret. All there is to do, and it doesn't always happen, right? It doesn't always happen. So maybe a call to action. It may be like, wow, I need to confess. I need to come clean. It's better that they hear it from me than somebody else. It might be that sort of energy for you, so that you can unburden yourself out of concern that it would be worse if they found out the other way, right? So that's, a personal thing, but there is energy out in the universe right now where there's this sharp, really direct conversation that can happen that for some people can be painful. So just be aware. Some of you may have just recently, that may have just happened to you over the weekend, or it can happen still into this week. So just have that awareness of, wow, I just can't breathe in this energy. It's so tight. So everybody just take a breath, right? Just chill out, take a breath. Not everything has to happen, right? So we can always let things go. And it's around having awareness. And also, for us, if we're the one who's going to reveal the secret, we can have an awareness to choose not to. We can take the higher road and go, it's a secret for a reason, and I'm going to keep it a secret. It's not mine to tell, right? And so there's that too, right? So maybe this is coming into our awareness to not share when there's an opportunity, because it's not ours to share. All right. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to be aware of for this week. Well, this weekend feels like there's this great energy of openness and happiness and love and creation. There's a lot of creative energies here. And there's also being able to make lists about things that are important to you and get things done. So I do see you being able to get a lot of things done and move forward. So we're coming back to what we started with, which is, what do I want to do this week? What do I want to accomplish this week? And noticing that there are other people who are going to want to kind of take you off track, not allow it. And then this weekend is it just feels like there's festivities, like a really good time, enjoyable. In fact, it feels like all week that there's some fun to be had. So if you're not having fun, stop and check yourself, right? And see what's going on. What is the conversation in my mind? And maybe you're worried about somebody, maybe you're concerned about somebody, right? Write a letter, dump it, let it go, right? Send prayers, turn it over to God, as they say, turn it over to the Creator, release it, send them on their way, and take care of yourself. So this week it's about taking care of you, doing the right thing for you, and allowing yourself and trusting yourself that you have the answers. You've got a deep connection with spirit, and if you don't, you can create it. You really can. There's so many different ways for us to create our connection with the Creator, and it's just a conversation. Just talk in your mind, put it out there, and then wait. And sometimes the answers come in through other people. Something falls out of their mouth, and you go, "Oh my God, I was asking for that answer, and there it is." Right? This is the way that the divine works. So enjoy yourself, everybody. Enjoy practicing and playing with the divine this week. Co-create your existence. Have communication with God. The doors are wide open. Enjoy yourself. All right. Lots of love, everybody. Have an amazing week, and I'll connect with you again next week.